You're watching the Action Film Writer Series.
The Victorian by Melanie Turner, Jimmy Mukofu, John Hess, Neil Chase. Exterior town, streets, day. Stella, New York. Population 3,700. 3 traffic lights, 1 diner, a few shops. No Starbucks. Lots of old houses with mailboxes painted to look like things other than mailboxes. Interior, Shelley's car, day. A few blocks from the center of town, Shelley Kaplan, 30, a San Francisco-bred restaurant partner in a smart gray suit, turns onto one of several residential streets. She spots a gorgeous old house, 3-story, gabled, fairy tale Victorian style, tucked back from the road. A large front yard, badly in need of a mow, marks it as the house she's looking for. All the other yards are neatly kept. Shelley on Bluetooth. We can take delivery on most of that while I'm gone. Just check it all before you sign, okay? She pulls into the long driveway. Shelley. Helen, you do it every day when I'm right next to you and don't even ask me to look it over anymore. Listen, I'll send you all the files as soon as I can. She sees a swing hanging from a large tree. Oh, she had a swing. It's exactly like you'd think it would be, like a cute, perfect storybook. As she nears the end of the driveway, she sees more of the tree. It's rotting. The house behind it is missing most of its paint, a fact not so obvious from the road. Shelley. Run down, shabby, scary little postcard. I can't believe she ever let children swing on that. What? Oh, no, I'm fine. Okay, gotta go. Tell everyone I miss them. Shelley removes the Bluetooth, stops the car, exits, and takes in the view. With its sagging roof, the home looks as though no one has cared for it since the Reagan era. She fishes in her skirt for the key as she ascends the 3 porch steps. A paper tag attached to the key simply says 8037 and "Be careful on porch" written in black marker. She inserts the key into the lock. It doesn't turn. She jiggles it once, twice, again. The key snaps in the lock with an impetuous ting. She loses her cool and stamps her foot. Shelley. Damn! The wood cracks under her feet. Too late, she falls through, stopping waist-high in broken porch with torn skirt and a key ring in her hand. Shelley. Damn. She attempts to climb out, but the wood splinters apart. A loud bang prompts Shelley to jump. She looks onto the street. Exterior street moments later. An old pickup truck backfires as it parks. The door swings open and out jumps John, 32, ragged hair, in a red flannel shirt and blue jeans. He reaches into the truck's bed and pulls out his toolbox. Shelley. Excuse me. John looks up and down the street, his back to Shelley. Shelley. Excuse me, over here? Behind you. John turns, notices Shelley. Some help here, please? John to himself. Damsel in distress, keep your cool. Shelley. Any time today? There are things crawling up my leg. John swings the toolbox behind him to place it on the truck bed. He falls short. It hits the bed's edge, falls off, and bounces onto his foot, tools littering the street. He bites his lip against the pane and scrambles to pick up his tools. Exterior house porch moments later. Shelley rolls her eyes as she watches John run his fingers through his hair and dust off his clothes on the approach. John. What happened to you? Shelley. What do you think? John rushes up the stairs. No, don't. John steps on the porch and he falls in too. They are sandwiched by the old degrading wood. He smiles. She doesn't. John. Hello. John, your neighborhood contractor, at your service. Shelley. Shelley, I inherited this house from my Aunt Magnolia. John. I'm sorry. Shelley. We'll schedule a counseling session later. Right now, I'm wearing the porch like a belt. John spots a lemon-colored cat behind Shelley, perched on a seat. The cat stares at him as if he was a mouse. John. Your aunt didn't keep cats, did she? Shelley wiggles to get free and nonchalantly answers him. Shelley. I don't know. I think she had a couple. The cat hisses at him. John. I'm allergic, and we unsettled quite a bit of cat dander, and John tries to hold back a sneeze. Shelley is still too busy trying to free herself to notice. I think I got it. John can't hold it any longer, and he sneezes into Shelley's face. Shelley, after a beat. Okay. John, I'm so sorry. Biting her tongue and mustering up superhuman strength, Shelley unseats a few planks from the porch and frees herself. She climbs out and gives John a hand up. He hands her a dirty rag from his back pocket. Shelley reluctantly takes it and dabs the sneeze mist off her face. John, is there anything I could do for you? Anything. Shelley holds up the broken key. Help me get into the house? John, absolutely. Shelley grabs John's shoulders and points him to the side. John manages to keep it in. False alarm. Okay, let's see. Keller, 1560 lock. This should be John lets out a mega sneeze that leaves a wet spot on the front door. It opens slightly. He touches the door and it swings open freely. They enter. Shelley, well, you're good for something after all. Interior house moments later. Shelley's words die in her throat as they're confronted by the sight of at least 20 cats in the disheveled main foyer. Clumps of fur and scratch marks cover everything in sight. She lets out a sob, and John reacts to the cat hair. He tries to clasp a hand over his face, but it's too late. He sneezes over and over and over again, sending the cats running. Shelley, on the verge of tears. I can't. It's a disaster. An old woman, 87, shambles from the living room, adjusting her hearing aid. Old woman. May I help you? Shelley, surprised. Who are you? Old woman. I live here, dear. Shelley. Isn't this 8037 Elm Street? Old woman. No, this is 8073. Oh, you must be looking for Magnolia's place. Lovely old Victorian, just down the road. Same style, you know. Shelley. Oh, yes, thank God, that's it. Old woman. People are always making that mistake. Can't miss it. Just be careful on her porch. She really let that place go in her final years. The poor dear. It isn't in nearly as good condition as mine. Shelley throws her face into John's shoulder, sobbing openly. He sneezes into her hair, and we fade to black.